Everyone cried at my wedding, including my mother, who was not invited 6 months before the wedding. I sat across from my mother at her kitchen table and told her clearly and calmly she was not invited not as punishment, but as protection. She missed my graduation because her boyfriend had a fishing trip. She never visited me once during a 3-week hospital stay. When I was 19, she forgot my birthday 4 years in a row, and when I called her out, she told me I was too sensitive. She looked me in the eyes at that table and said, "I understand, baby, and I am so sorry." I believed her again. I was at the altar watching the woman I loved walk toward me, her dress catching the light, her eyes full of tears. For one perfect moment, everything felt real. Then her eyes shifted past me, and I felt it before I even turned around. My mother was standing in the back of the room, curled hair, pearls around her neck, smiling like she belonged there. My best man walked over slowly, trying to handle it without a scene, but she did not want it handled. She wanted to be seen. She started crying loud enough for the string quartet to stop playing. Every one of my 140 guests turned around my bride, had frozen halfway down the aisle, bouquet in both hands, just watching 2 groomsmen walked my mother out. She grabbed the door frame on the way and said, "I just want to see my son get married." The doors closed. The music started again. My bride walked the rest of the aisle with red eyes. When she reached me, she whispered, "I am so sorry." I told her, "Do not apologize for a single second of this." The ceremony was beautiful during our first dance. My phone buzzed in my jacket. I just wanted to see my son happy. I read it once, put the phone back, pulled my wife closer, and finished the dance. That was the last message she ever sent me. 2 years have passed. I have not called her once, and I do not lose sleep over it. What I lost sleep over was the 19-year-old version of me, alone in a hospital bed, checking his phone every hour, hoping she would show up. She never did the hardest thing I ever did, was not cutting her off. The hardest thing was accepting she was never going to be the mother I needed, and that waiting for her to change was slowly hollowing me out from the inside. The day I stopped waiting was the day I started breathing, and I would burn that wedding down 100 times before I would go back to who I was, when I still needed her approval to feel whole. So if you have ever had to protect yourself from your own family and nobody understood, drop a single dot in the comments.